gentlemen, welcome back to Skyrim Ordinator with Trix 2, Andron, and Lydia, who's got oak flesh going. So I fast traveled to Falkreath and was able to restart the quest, so we're good there. And when I jumped back here, I was informed, oh, there's a fight, and it turned out to be one vampire thrall, who was immediately ventilated by a half a dozen guards, or the entire military force of Winterhold, which isn't a lot, mind you, but still. And so Lydia still has her, or still had her oak flesh going on from that fight. So I've been informed, and I recognize that my hood's rubbing thing. Sorry, it's cold here, so I got a hood sweatshirt on, and it keeps rubbing against my headphones, and that's annoying me. Alright, anyway, so we've finally made it to Winterhold, and we've got our quest going on, and we can now... Oh, it's interesting.
Still here.
Exits both warm hands. I actually like that. So when I loaded the game up this time to start recording, I got a little message on my loading screen with a one-eyeballed skull, which informed me that Mage is taking... Here's the vampire thrall. Mage is taking head wounds, can lose control of their spells and be consumed by them, which is kind of unnerving. But let's head into the college.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Sorry about that. What is this place?
Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge.
Indeed. So why are you out here?
I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college.
That was the
And
answer I should
if,
have
in the
asked.
process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it.
Indeed.
The more important question is, why are you here?
May I enter the college?
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
It's a good question. I've thought about this, and ice and fire is kind of his thing, although, yeah, actually that is the answer. I want to use the power of ice and fire to destroy any who oppose me.
I see. That power certainly exists, I assure you. Wield it faithfully, and few can withstand you. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of
Something's
skill with
retextured her
magic.
robes, and I really like it. I'm
A
not
small
sure what
test,
it is. I think it's
if you
Smim,
will.
but I'll take your test.
Excellent. A standard spell for one skilled in destruction magic is the Firebolt. Casting one at the seal on the ground here would be sufficient.
Fair enough. I can do that.
I look forward to it.
If you don't actually have the spell, she'll sell it to you.
The college is an advertisement. Well done indeed. I
Thank
think
you.
you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice.
Excellent.
I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
Certainly. I'm going to fox skin here because I don't want to freeze before I actually get into the college.
No matter how.
Right. Odd. Alteration usually only kicks in when you're in danger. Now, it is possible to enter the college without talking to her with the mods I have installed, because one of them is teleport, and it allows me to blink, which means I can look at something and then teleport there. So I can actually stand on top of that rock and then teleport here, and then from here I can teleport through that window and actually get into the college without ever having talked to her. However, since those are counted as fires. Interesting. Come on, I'm waiting for you. That's the one problem with her. She's so very slow to walk anywhere. Right, so Andron is pretty happy to actually have reached the College of Winterhold. survive that long, or this long. And now, of course, it's pretty cold, but she's eager to get in and get started. Look, I'm keep trying to press right mouse button to first lessons is what we want. Right, which is straight ahead, actually.
I believe I've made myself rather
She's talking
clear.
to everybody's least favorite wizard.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor receive no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here.
Excellent.
Welcome to the college.
I was told to come see you.
Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin?
I absolutely am ready to begin. Sure, I'd love to have a look around.
Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for
Well, that's kind of... No, actually it's not, because these are apprentices. Never mind. That's fine, actually, because I can take these novice ones and break them down at a... Where do apprentice ones go? Okay, I have the same warmth and coverage. Excellent. I can take those and break them down.
The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings.
Indeed.
The Arcanium is located above the
These are
hall,
torches
and the
that make me
Archmage's
warm.
quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters.
Indeed, Frost.
Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords.
Indeed. Excuse me, I have to...
We don't anticipate any
Back up.
risks,
Sorry, I'm going to
but it
freeze to
never
death.
hurts to be prepared.
Excellent. Fortunately, fox skin does not seem to be... Yes, I know. The fire keeps me from getting any colder, but I'm freezing. It's gotta be Lydia. Oh wait, no it's not, because there's one of the big magical wells there. Mirabelle, do you suppose you could hurry it out? Wait a minute, I have torches, don't I? Ah, that should help. Or at least slow down my death, because Mirabelle won't. There we go. Oh, I think because we're in technically in shelter.
Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll
Excellent.
ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments.
Indeed, that's... Oh, good, we're going inside? Excellent. Fortunately, Skyrim does not do the door thing that Fallout 4 does, which I'm really happy about. Okay, so we've auto-saved, and
Now I'll show you to your quarters.
stand by this, which
You're
is
going to be
nice
sharing
and
space with
warm.
your fellow apprentices. Meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others.
I will do
Now,
endeavor to
let's
do
go
so.
back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions.
She used to take us around to a second hall, although it may have been changed for in some patch or by some mod. Now that we're actually not freezing to death.
Initially, you'll be
I'm okay
learning
with
from
that.
Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards.
Excellent. Oh, another slow walker. Yeah. Lydia's broken on a torch as well. Cool. Ah, so this is sheltered. Alright. That's useful. So between the torch and the technical shelter, I can... Excellent. I was not aware that... Although, apparently shelter only counts from above. Even though there's a tremendous wind blowing in from freaking everywhere. Endurance perk available, huh?
Tolfdir is likely
Oh,
already
right,
addressing the new
campfire.
apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
I shall do that. So let's go listen to Tolfdir. The interesting thing about Tolfdir, he's one of my favorite wizards, even if he's not exactly most competent one ever. Let's not use fireballs. However, it's nice and warm in here. There used to be, back in some of the early versions of... Oh, that's the Archmage who decided to come in where it's warm. It used to be magic trainers for the Deadly Dragons mod, where you could buy spells from. Hello, Archmage.
You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken.
No, we have. No, sir.
Sir? How quaint. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold.
Indeed.
I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here.
Indeed.
But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college.
Fantastic.
Are we clear?
Dangerous research must be a problem here.
Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us.
Excellent. Very well then.
Until next time.
Indeed.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen.
Excellent. I'm going to take my hood and cloak off for the moment.
So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it,
I've got your back.
and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
You know what? I'll be right back.
Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only
Indeed.
just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
I think we should learn something practical.
Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you
It's
actually
basically the
show
same
us
answer
something?
no matter what you say to bring
All right, let's
Tolkien.
settle down.
I always called him
suppose
Brynjolf.
we can try something practical.
It's alright.
In continuing with our theme of safety,
So-
we'll start with wards. Wards are
excellent.
protective spells that block magic. I'll
Excuse
teach
me.
you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with a demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells?
I've heard of them, but I've never used any.
That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go.
Okay.
Over there, please, just opposite me.
Right.
Wouldn't want anyone else in
Where
the
you
way.
stand? We're the autosave. Good autosave. Here it is. Restoration. Not quite sure why restoration is.
Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Go stand in your corner.
You have to keep
What
the
you
ward
learn
up,
here
or
will
else
last
this
your
won't work.
lifetime.
I don't want to hurt you.
Your talent.
Okay.
Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way.
Right. Okay. Hang on.
Cast
Is
the
our quest? Yeah, our quest
ward
is
spell
active.
and keep it up. Hold still.
There we go.
Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
Excellent. I've always wondered at the idea behind ward spells. I mean,
You here too, eh? It's good to see another Nord. I feared I'd be the only one. Almost doesn't feel like Skyrim, being so far away from the rest of the world here.
indeed. Why aren't there many Nords here?
Magic is shunned by most. If it can't be swung over your head and used to crack skulls, most Nords want nothing to do with it. Magic is seen as something for elves and weaker races.
Ah,
I'd better get going.
sure. Clearly they've never seen the bound sword spell. Now the one place to check out before we go, not Archmage's Court, I always get confused about which one of these is which, is the Arcanium. Because this is where you'll typically find, excuse me, a fair few of the teachers. Oh, it's Lydia. I was wondering who was making footstep noises. Let's see, there's the librarian, and here is... Colette Merritt.
Restoration is a
Colette
perfectly
Merritt.
valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Indeed.
You consider restoration a valid school of magic, worthy of study, don't you? Don't you?
Yeah, gotta do something to stop the bleeding. Of course it's valid.
Good. Good. Not that I require validation, of course. There are just some, and I shan't name names, who would disagree. It can make life difficult when one's colleagues fail to recognize the research one engages in.
I think it's the, Neria who doesn't like her. So what's for sale?
Take a look.
Wow, she sounds like grouchy. Yeah. Wild healing? Oh. Okay. Yeah. I like coming to the college because it's easier to figure out who's got what spells. Lamb of Mara, huh? Interesting. Yeah. Alright, because I did. There's 3 of these. There's Novice, Adept, and Master, I think. I think it's Master. But, yeah, so... Alright, you don't really have anything
Until
else
next
I'm
time.
interested in. Who else is here? There's a librarian, whom we'll talk to later. But... none of the other mages are here, so... we can actually go... this way. Because all of the things are connected across the top of the college. Ooh, we are not wearing our cloak and hood, because... yeah, there we go. Now we're not gonna freeze to death. I'm on the wrong level, I think. Nope, I just went the wrong way. How brilliant. Yeah, like I said, all 3 of the areas are connected up here. Although it's not exactly... it's not as nice as down below because it's not considered sheltered. The Hall of Countenance. This is where some of the other teachers should be. Down here, should find... hello? Anybody else here? Nope, here's the alchemy lab. We can take some of these potions. And... ooh, Scalifoliata. Yeah, I think we can take basically all of the ingredients.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah. Spriggan sap, snowberries. And canis root. Excellent. Let's see. Did we get frost salts? Oops. No, it's just frost mirium. Right. This building with... hello, I heard somebody. Here's an arcane disenchanter. Or arcane enchanter. So we can go ahead and take these and destroy them to learn the effect. And a novice hood to destroy and learn the effect. And enchanting increases very, very quickly early on. Do I still have 2 of these? I do, but Lydia's got one. So...
I've got your back.
open your bag, please. Circlet of Minor Conjuration and the Elven Armor of Illusion. Imperial Bow of Shocks. Ooh, an Orcish Greatsword of Frost. I don't believe I have that one. I may have.
Let's get going then.
It's a little hard to remember. Like I said, it was a couple of weeks. Okay, I did get... okay, sorry about the background noise there. Right, Elven Armor of Illusion. And the Imperial Bow of Shocks. There we are. So there's a couple of additional spells. I'll probably create a cheap belt thing to... hello.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah, a cheap belt thing to give... to destroy and learn the enchantment from. Ooh, I don't know what I just gave her. You know what? It'll turn up eventually. I'll probably watch the watch back. Yeah, because naturally the one I'm wearing is the one that gets destroyed, which is completely insane. That's actually not bad armor. I just did not fix whatever went wrong with that, 'cause he's not supposed to be wearing that. He's supposed to be wearing the Sicarius armor, which is a... why am I carrying all that gold? Right. Those can be... yeah, that... I know, inventory management is not the most interesting thing in the world. Most interesting wizard in the world doing inventory management. Alright. Right, so... that's it.
Let's get going
Now,
then.
I heard somebody else. Sergius Tyrannius, he's the enchanter. Of course, there's a second floor here. So we gotta go downstairs around here. There's also, if you look here, a trapdoor. We'll experience that later. Ah, here we are.
You know, they
Travis
say
Milloran.
knowledge is its own reward.
Hello.
You can see me?
Of course I can.
Confound it all, I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent.
I think he was trying to do, a chameleon spell. What have you got for sale?
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Excellent. Ah, and so he's the illusion teacher, and although he has several, restoration spells. That was it. I don't know why I couldn't come up with that. Let's see. So backlash is kind of interesting. Spells. Huh. That's kind of odd. Not sure where that would be useful, although I suspect that it would be for things with thought steal. Oh, okay. He doesn't really have anything I want. Although he's a good source of petty soul
right behind
gems. For no readily apparent reason. Here's
Mirabelle
Faralda.
does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always room for improvement. I can't wait to see who succeeds Mirabelle. I've no doubt she'll be promoted to Archmage at some point.
I wouldn't exactly count on it. What's for sale?
So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
I do. She's our destruction teacher. She has belied, huh? Whoa. That's a, tier 3, an adept spell, I think. Ooh, and she's got Vapor Blast. And I don't have the gold for it. Rats. Thundercrack looks cool. Yeah, there's a lot of these. These are all, apocalypse spells, and they look really, really cool. This one would actually be very interesting. You hit them with this, and then rapid fire them with, Firebolt, and then they explode, which would be... which one is that? Meltdown. Yeah, that would be very, very interesting if you could manage it. If you need Emberbolt spell... Ice Shiv. Ooh. Yeah, there's some very, very interesting... Frost Nova. Is there an equivalent to fire? No, I don't see one. Electrosphere. Huh. Yeah, some very, very interesting spells, which means I'm going to need a lot of not magic, but gold to acquire them. Any advice you can give about destruction spells?
Certainly. Destruction spells come in different forms, each useful for various purposes. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot, and less costly if you miss. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of spell. Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage against foes immune to fire.
Unfortunately, there's only a couple of those, and
It's been a pleasure.
there's always ways around them, even if you're heavily focused into... Oh, wait, I was going the wrong way. Even if you're heavily focused into fire, there's always a way around. There should be one more... Aha! Phineas Kester.
If you require assistance with some... If you would, please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need to be agitated further by Atronox roaming their town.
Indeed.
The summoning of undead is even less advisable outside the college.
Fair enough. Summoning undead isn't frowned upon?
I sure know. Those archaic policies died out with the Mages Guild, and were never enforced here. Necromancy, as any other type of magic, is a tool to be used. Of course, non-mages may not see it that way, so we don't go around flaunting it.
Yeah. Andron doesn't... excuse me. Andron doesn't specifically agree with necromancy, but unless they're actively trying to kill him, he's not much bothered by necromancers. What's for sale?
Take a look.
Now, as you might have guessed, this is the summoning teacher. That's cool. The yellow scroll. Huh. I could have sworn that was less powerful when it was not mean. Less powerful when it was the tome. This is actually a fairly interesting scroll, and I'm willing to bet that he's got, or will have it as a spell, or as a tome later. Atronic Mark, bound cloak, bound sword, which is always very nice even for a wizard, although I have a bound dagger instead, because the times when I would use a bound weapon are... Yeah, this is actually the much better spell. Even it's only 10 gold more, and anything you kill will be hit without having to specifically blast it with Soul Trap. So you can actually, if this one is a sustainable spell, that would be perfect. You can cast it, and then basically you can run around capturing everything around. Get a corpse to store it. I'm not quite sure how that's supposed to work. I have to read up on it. Let's see. Alright, so now each of the teachers, and Tolfdir is the alteration teacher, can actually teach you about their I think they're expert trainers in their skill. We have to go follow Tolfdir now. Yeah, I think they're each expert teachers in their meet Tolfdir outside Sarfall. Alright. Well, tell you what, we're gonna head back to the inn, and in the next episode we'll head to Sarfall. Sadly, we didn't actually find anybody selling wolfskin. Foxskin is up here. Foxskin is under F. Alright, alright, so I started to mention earlier, I've never actually quite understood the idea behind wards. I mean, they have a time to charge up, or an initial charge time, and they only block, well, they'll block part of a spell, but most of the time, by the time you realize, oh no, they're going to throw a spell at me,
these
it's already...
vampires are becoming a real menace.
Yeah, I noticed all one of them. And by the time you've actually charged up your ward, it's too... By the time you realize they've actually thrown a spell at you, it's too late to charge your ward to avoid it.
They got warm food, warm drinks, and warm bed.
I mean, Skyrim solved that by tweaking wards so that they would only work while the... oh wait, this is... not... yeah, Spirit Tutors. I thought there was a tweak to the wards in this restoration tree as well, but I know Skyrim solved it by making wards free to maintain until they were hit, and then they would... oops. And then they would cost magicka when they got hit. But alright, so this has been Skyrim Ordinator with Trix2. I will see you guys next time. Bye.